You just edited that photo, drafted that email, maybe even started a new script for a video. You used AI, and you probably didn't pay a dime for it. 5 years ago, these capabilities were expensive, cutting-edge, the domain of specialist labs. But by July 2026, something fundamental changed. Basic artificial intelligence didn't just get cheaper. For most everyday uses, it became effectively free, and we barely noticed. Imagine water. Clean, running water, seemingly free when it flows from your tap. But decades ago, it was a precious commodity, requiring massive infrastructure and labor to deliver. The cost per gallon was immense. Basic AI has followed a similar path. From 2023 to 2026, core AI capabilities, advanced text generation, image synthesis, data summarization, even routine coding assistance, moved from bespoke, multi-million-dollar research projects to widely accessible APIs and open-source models. The cost of running these foundational models dropped by an average of 95% for many tasks. This wasn't just a discount. It was a devaluation, transforming AI from a luxury tool into a public utility. But this wasn't an act of digital altruism. The giants of tech didn't just let AI become free, they engineered it. Their hidden incentive was simple: market dominance. By making foundational AI capabilities incredibly cheap or open source, they achieved several goals. They killed off smaller, specialized AI startups who couldn't compete with free. They created new dependencies on their platforms, ensuring that while the AI itself was free, the infrastructure, the advanced features, the next-generation models, still belonged to them. This strategy created an entirely new form of digital lock-in, where the basic building blocks were given away to ensure control over the skyscraper. For millions, this price crash was a creative supernova. Suddenly, a single individual could achieve what once required an entire team. Graphic designers could generate multiple concepts in minutes, writers could overcome creative blocks, and indie developers could build sophisticated applications without an army of engineers. Consider the explosive growth of solopreneurs by July 2026. Individuals now running highly automated, AI-powered businesses from their garage, outcompeting established players who move too slowly. The barrier to entry for digital creation and innovation collapsed, unlocking an unprecedented wave of ingenuity from the smallest corners of the economy. The ripple effects extended far beyond individual creators. Entire industries felt the seismic shift. The advertising sector, for instance, once reliant on expensive creative agencies, now sees much of its basic content, headlines, social media posts, image variations, generated by AI for pennies. Software development teams, facing drastically reduced costs for routine coding and debugging, focused their human talent on complex problem-solving. Media production, legal research, customer support, sectors that once budgeted heavily for repetitive, data-intensive tasks suddenly found those functions commoditized. The old ways of doing business didn't just evolve. For many, they simply evaporated. But that's where the most common misconception lies. Free doesn't mean no cost at all. It just means the bill is being paid elsewhere, by someone else, or in a way that isn't immediately obvious. The true cost of ubiquitous, free AI is staggering. The energy consumption of constantly running and training these models has surged, contributing significantly to global energy demands. Then there's the data. Every interaction, every prompt, every refinement feeds back into the system, consolidating power and information with the very entities that provided the free tools. We're trading direct payment for indirect payments, environmental impact, data privacy erosion, and a deepening dependency on opaque, corporate-controlled digital infrastructure. This new era of nearly free AI also introduced unexpected vulnerabilities. With so much basic functionality outsourced to invisible AI layers, entire systems have become deeply interdependent. A hiccup in a foundational API can now cascade through countless applications, disrupting services globally. Furthermore, the very skills once valued in human labor, basic research, summarization, first draft writing, are now largely automated, creating a significant skills gap for those who haven't adapted. We've built an intricate, seemingly robust digital edifice on what we perceive as free foundations, But every seemingly invisible layer adds potential points of failure, points for manipulation, and points of control. By July 2026, the invisible AI price crash fundamentally reshaped our digital world, an economic phenomenon as profound as the invention of the microchip or the internet itself. It's empowered millions, created new industries, and quietly destabilized others. What was once a futuristic dream is now simply part of the background hum of daily life. The question is no longer whether AI will transform our world, but rather, what new challenges and opportunities emerge when its most basic, powerful capabilities are simply taken for granted, like the air we breathe or the water from our tap. The age of truly ubiquitous, nearly free AI is here. We are only just beginning to understand its true cost and its ultimate destination.